Hi, my name is Vanessa, and I'm the co-founder, along with my husband Warner, of Wave Rafting in beautiful La Fortuna, Costa Rica. We have been rafting Costa Rica's tropical rivers since 2005, and we recently reopened with new policies and procedures to help keep guests, staff, and community safe during the COVID era. The world has definitely changed in the past several months, along with how we interact with each other. River rafting has always offered a big, naturally wild experience and a chance to reconnect with nature. We pack up our rafts, secure our life jackets, and get on the water day after day because we love sharing our excitement for rivers, nature, and adventure with you, our guests. Recently, we have had many returning guests contact us expressing a lot of interest in getting back on the water. But they also have questions about how to stay healthy when rafting. We get it, and we are right there with you. Our role as river operator is to share the fun and excitement that a trip down the river can offer, while doing our best to minimize risks. Our journey to reopen started last month with the development of a new way to raft, keeping people safe while maintaining the fun and adventure that every river trip offers. The past few weeks have been busy implementing new protocols and training our staff members to ensure that we've thought of every detail when welcoming guests back. We would like to share with you the following updated procedures and safety strategies for hopes that when you decide it's the right time for you and your family to travel and explore again, you'll feel the confidence in your choice to book with Wave Rafting. Your rafting trip starts many days before you actually start paddling. Our operations and reservations departments are working on monitoring the current local situation daily and keeping the team informed about any changes to local and community regulations that may affect your trip. Our day starts early, sanitizing our office space, transportation vehicles, and adventure equipment so it's ready to go when our trips start. We want to make sure that guests and staff members know that if they're feeling sick or have been exposed to someone who is also sick or have flu-like symptoms, we really ask that you please give us a call and reschedule your trip. Our regularly scheduled trips are running as usual with some extra safety precautions in place. But you may want to consider booking one of our VIP or private tour rafting options that provide an extra level of precaution to those who prefer to stay in their bubble while on their rafting adventure. Our VIP option includes private transportation to and from the river, where you will meet with the rest of the group once you arrive. Our private guided trips include private guide, private transportation, and a private river and dining experience just for you and your family or group. When we pick you up from your hotel, your guide will provide you with sanitation gel and spray and also take your temperature prior to entering the vehicle. Any guests who present a temperature above 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 38 degrees Celsius will be asked to sit this rafting trip out and will gladly refund the cost of your trip. Hand washing stations will be available throughout the day, and many of our vehicles have portable water hand washing stations for our more remote put-in and takeouts. All of our equipment for rafting will be sanitized between uses with approved cleaning materials. Masks or face coverings will be required while in buildings and transportation vehicles and on the bus ride to and from the river. Guests are encouraged to bring their own masks, but if needed, masks will be available for sale at the rafting center. No one will be allowed in our buildings or on the bus without a mask or face covering, including our whitewater staff. Our trip sizes and raft capacity will be limited to accommodate social distancing guidelines. Seating has been spaced out in the restaurants and briefing areas, and boat capacity has been reduced, unless you're traveling with your own social bubble. Be prepared to store your personal belongings in your vehicle and remember to bring a small plastic bag for your face covering. It's highly recommended that you wear your bathing suit underneath your regular clothing and be ready to head down the river prior to being picked up at your hotel to minimize the use of any changing rooms or bathrooms that are not necessary. At the river, we will provide you with the following river equipment: a life jacket, a paddle, and a helmet. Our guides will help adjust any equipment while wearing face masks and gloves, or they will instruct our guests on how to adjust their own equipment for optimum safety. When we are on the river, our trips will run fairly similar to any pre-COVID trip. Social distancing is not always possible on the raft, and for this reason, if you would like to wear a cloth face covering on the raft, please bring one along. Paper face coverings will not be allowed for safety reasons. If you're in a group of 4 or more, your group will likely be on the same raft. If you're a group or an individual of 2, we'll add another 2. In the unlikely event that one of our staff members or guests develops flu-like symptoms during a wave trip, we will socially distance them from the rest of the group, disinfect any personal items or area of contamination, and consult local agencies about the possibility of evacuation. When you finish your rafting trip, you're going to get back on the bus in the same spot that you were before, and you'll get another spray of hand sanitizer or disinfectant before you climb back onto the bus. Most of our river trips include a well-deserved stop at a local finca for a farm-fresh, locally prepared meal. In response to COVID-19, we're taking additional measures for the safety of our guests and guides, such as hand washing stations at our put-in and takeouts, and also all of our lunch stops. Also having guides and staff members trained and certified for handling food. We will reinvent our regular meal self-service to have staff help serve food option or have plated options. Our dining options have amazing open air seating, and our capacity is reduced to allow tables to be spaced at least 6 feet apart. Our day doesn't end when we drop you off. Once we know you're back safe at your accommodation, home, or hotel, our staff begins a 2-step cleaning process for all equipment. And the used equipment is put at the back of the rotation. Will not be used again for another 3 or 4 days. All of our equipment, rafts, and vehicles will then be cleaned down after every trip. Guests needing to cancel due to COVID-related circumstances will receive a full refund if you cancel within 24 hours of departure, so you can feel confident in booking your adventure risk-free. Lastly, I want to say thank you to the wave rafting team. We have been navigating uncharted waters together, and we worked hard to get us ready to welcome guests back to the river in the most responsible and safe way. Throughout the day, you will see the phrase, "We love rafting." We do. We love it, and we can't wait to get back on the river. And I know that after a day out with wave rafting, you too will love rafting. So thank you for your confidence in booking a trip with wave rafting, and we will see you on the river.